日本ファルコムコーポレーション。
Welcome in. Just getting a couple of things ready. So last time we finished the Unica Tova storyline. I was debating about whether or not I would continue down the other storylines for the game with the other playable characters. After looking into a couple of things, I'm going to play the third character that got unlocked by our adventure. And so that character does have a completely different storyline than the first two. The first two storylines are relatively identical, same bosses, same everything pretty much, except for a couple of twists because they're just slightly different characters, but nothing big. So we are going to play as the third playable character, which the game has said is supposed to be an expert only. But we'll see. We'll enjoy it. Yeah. We'll be starting here in just a couple of minutes. Thank you. Ads are going to start in just a little bit, so I'll get started as soon as the ads are done. Actually, I'll just send them right off. Oh, it won't let me. Okay. So we'll let the ads run through, and while that's running, we will, or after those are running, then I'll get this game started. I want to switch over to the BRB screen instead. Be right back. Okay, ads are coming down. Okay. So, Toal. So, we already did Unica. Hugo's storyline is same bosses, same things. He just has slightly different combat mechanics, but it's, from the sounds of it, just a couple slight changes. Toal, on the other hand, was the clawed guy that we ran into in the tower, and he actually works for the bad guy side, for the demon side. So his storyline is drastically different, and there are hints that he might be someone really important as well because of a encounter we ran across where him and Hugo were in a confrontation with each other. So we're gonna go with Toal and go from here. This is terrible. The demonic power is distorting the very ground itself, and the distortion is creating even more demons. We may have been too late in sealing away the Claria. Indeed. Rhea, do you think we were wrong to do it? Using the Black Pearl so cavalierly, teaching the humans magic, creating the Claria? Look what consequences our actions have wrought. But were we not well aware this could happen? Since the very day we chose to lead them away from the sinking land, it has always been a possibility. No matter what happens, we must see this through to the end. It is our paradise, after all, a utopia built by a pair of young, naive deities working in tandem with equally young, naive humans. We cannot allow the demonic essence to be used by that man. We must intervene. You're right, of course. What's wrong? I sense something over there. It feels like tempered Claria. Is it? There can be no doubt, it is his. It should come as no surprise. Just as with Saul, neither of us has been able to sense him since that day. The one must marvel that a sword of Claria could wind up in a state such as this. It would seem he was careless. Yeah, Rhea. What is... He's alive. What? I don't know how, but he's still alive. The sword itself has told me so. Ah. Yes, I can feel it too. Careless, as you said, yet warm. It is unmistakably the same light. All our destinies are bound within that tower. The people Ye's, the outsiders his, and ours as well. Let us go, Fina. If we are to untangle all these twisted fates and weave new ones in their place, there is much work to be done. Yes, to the tower. That was a little bit of an ad from the last one. Haha, that certainly went well. I only wish I could have seen their faces. The thought of being attacked during transport probably never even crossed their minds. Well, you seemed like you needed a bit of a pick-me-up, and perhaps now we can rest easy if but for a moment. Still, they have only been scattered, not killed, and they will surely make it here sooner or later. I will leave it up to you lot to dispose of them. Remember, though, the goddesses have already entered the tower with Black Pearl in tow. Do not lose sight of your mission. Understood. Alright, I haven't had a good fight in months. This is going to be fun. Is something the matter? Are you feeling remorse, perhaps, for betraying your brethren and your beloved goddesses? You needn't concern yourself with me. Once I accepted these demonic powers, I was freed of such sentimentality. And in its place... Haha, of course. Your powers will surely grow as you become more accustomed to your demonic nature. And I must say, I greatly look forward to seeing what you're capable of. I mean, to be fair, I don't expect the levels to be terribly different. I do expect different bosses, though, but the concept is it's still the same tower. So I'm going to start searching here and work my way up, then? That's the idea, yes. We'll cover more ground if we search floor by floor without relying too heavily on teleportation. The three of you will split your efforts and search every nook and cranny of this tower to find and capture the goddesses. The others have been assigned to the upper and middle tiers, so the lower decks are all yours. Very well. What are you doing? Have you turned on us so quickly? We've got company. What? Hold it, you three. Stand down, I did not summon you. It works for me. It's feeding time. Yeah, he's fast. You brute! You would kill three of ours without even a moment's hesitation? In exchange for cooperating with you, I am given lease to kill any demons I find in this tower and absorb their essence. That was the agreement, was it not? Fine. Those are Lord Dallas's orders. Hey, J-Mac. Thanks for the sub, man.
In the future, this is how I'll remember my work start date.
Yep. Thank you, thank you. But we will be watching, and make no mistake, we expect results. I assume you understand the consequences should you fail to live up to your expectations, no? I have a general idea. I intend to apprehend the goddesses before those other two even know which way is up. Haha, you talk big. Let's hope you can deliver upon those words. Now, before I go, there is something I must give you. Here. A crystal. It's a magical item crafted by Lord Dallas, patterned after a similar object of Mies. It has the power to activate any demon statues you find within the tower. Demon statues? Like that one, I presume. It's my understanding that when the tower was being constructed, those statues were used to help retain control over the demons. They were once goddess statues, were they not? Haha, isn't it delightful? The calm visage shared by the twin goddesses, twisted into such a monstrous form. Does it not fill your heart with joy to see such beautiful corruption? So playing a little bit of E's origin, this is the third character you get you have to unlock. So we're going to play through his storyline, because he's actually on the evil side of things for the story. So I'll play through this one, and then I'll move on to the next E's games in another stream once I finish this one. This will probably take me a couple streams. The first playthrough took about 10 hours. And transport you instantly to any demon statue you've activated. Got it. Good boy. I trust you'll do your utmost in service of Lord Dallas. For if you fail, your life, or should I say your very soul, will be forfeit. Nice lady, right? My life? My soul? Not too much to lose then, either way. He definitely moves a lot faster than the other ones. Seat and Panacea. Panacea. Holy artifact from Ys. Stolen from Ys, is it? I see. The altar is leeching away its power to aid in the ritual. Well, finding the goddesses and the Black Pearl is my only real priority. I don't see any harm in helping myself to an artifact or two along the way. Surge of power bursts forth. Godspeed skill. Okay, so... Ah, I see. It's a teleport trap designed to dispose of all non-human demons. Zaba must have intentionally left me to find out about it on my own. If I can stimulate the demonic element within me, I should be able to change my form. Hopefully, that's all it'll take to get me through. Sorry, but I don't understand what you're saying. Cursed sacred beasts, though. We're not all that different, you and I. I'm not going to feed him right now, though, because I hear there's a way to actually talk to him once I get my demon form. I suppose you're hungry, then. I get it. Hunger is a language we all speak. Come to think of it, I did pick up that rotor fruit earlier. That's in 3 minutes. A minimum of 1,000. Who's there? I don't believe I've seen you before. Who are you? There should be no one else on the surface aside from our search party. Wait. Long time no see, Galleon. Not since the War Council meeting the night before Solomon's Shrine was lifted to the sky, I believe. No, it can't be. Toal? Toal, fact? You're alive? Why the hell didn't you try contacting us to let us know? Not that there was really any means for you to do so, I suppose, once the shrine was airborne. Still, it's amazing that you've been able to survive all that's happened. Tell me, is Commander Tovey with you as well? No, the commander is dead. I'm sorry to hear that. But you're alive, and that's cause enough for celebration. Though honestly, I can't imagine what was going through your heads for the two of you to steal off like that. Oh, now the ads are starting. Fine then. Be that way. Gonna wait for a minute for the people to come back from ads. Alright, welcome back from the ads. Toal? I'm sorry, Galleon, but I have no intention of catching up on old times with you here. I don't understand. Tell me, what happened to your armor? Why are you dressed like that? And where's your Claria sword? Haha, I discarded both my armor and my sword, as they proved to be of little use against the demons. But even if that weren't the case, I'd still find this style of dress more suited to my current situation. Your current situation? From beyond the borders of Ease, a group of sorcerers has been drawn here, practitioners of dark magic. They are capable of exercising control over demons, and they have used that power to overrun the land. They call themselves Darklings. And my current situation is that I'm working with them. Wait. Are you trying to tell me the demons who attacked Ys were being controlled by some outside influence? Hold on 1 second. One second. Not sure what that's about. Are you trying to tell me the demons who attacked Ys were being controlled by some outside influence? And you're helping them? How am I supposed to believe that? Sorry to disappoint you, but I speak the truth. I am now an enemy of Ys itself. In fact, you've caught me right in the middle of a mission to apprehend the goddesses, who are somewhere in this very tower. You're not joking, are you? Then tell me, why? Why would you do this? When I fell in battle against the demons, the Darklings captured me. They admitted me into their ranks, offering me a fragment of demonic power to call my own. I accepted that offer, and now serve as a loyal, devoted member of those ranks. No outside influence forces my hand. I have every intention of capturing the goddesses. Hold on again. And what do you intend to do with them if you succeed? Me, personally, I'll simply hand them over to the others. I haven't been told what will happen to them after that. All I can say for certain is that once they've served their purpose, they'll be released. And then the Darklings will pull out of Ys entirely, it seems. Leaving the goddesses in my care to do with as I wish. You bastard! I could let you have whatever's left of them if you'd like. Though only if you take on a demonic element of your own and join me in this venture. Silence! I never thought the great Toal fact could sink this low. We were comrades in arms. We were even friends, but no more. Your life ends here, traitor. That's not going to win me the fight. Yeah, no, I'm done. Shoot. I wasn't ready. I see why they said this is harder. This is gonna end. Okay, I need to approach this. Okay, this is, yeah, definitely more difficult. Okay, getting a little better. I might have to actually grind some levels. Oh, ouch. Yeah, I'm going to have to grind a little bit, because that's not going good. Well, I mean, like, right on top of a level 2. it's misleading because like all these mobs are just getting slaughtered by this guy. The boss, not so much. You have to get in close to do damage, and they said that this is for experts only. So even at normal difficulty, this in a boss fight is a lot harder. back to the save point and take him on. It's 2 levels. That's not going to make a difference for this boss fight, but... Just going to skip through these since we've already seen the talk. Once we get done with this fight, then we keep moving on. Wow. Couple levels melted him. Holy cow. It's amazing sometimes what a level of 2 can do. How is this possible? As you can see, I'm faster now than I ever was before my improvement, and my speed is only growing with time. You should never take on an opponent assuming his skill is unchanged from years before. Alright, you win this round, but we're not through. Bear this in mind, Toal. I absolutely will not accept this change in you. One way or another, I will make you remember who you truly are. Ever the upstanding citizen. I'm sure he makes a fine commander, or substitute commander at any rate. The search party is likely regrouped by now, which means I need to keep moving. Got a bronze key. And a Cleria ring. means things die faster. Dying faster is good. Missed it. Again? Really? This is... Yes, the energy of those demons has tipped the scales in my favor. Demon Toal. So, the demonic element within me has finally bloomed. What an incredible power. For a moment, I felt as if it might consume me altogether. But I think I can keep it under control. Learned how to transform into a demon through Boost. So now once I enter the room, I'll simply transform again. So now that I can turn into a demon, I can probably go back and talk to that little creature. Shortcut is this way. How careless of me. It seems I need to transform, then destroy those demons in the four corners of the room. Mods in 3 minutes. So very hungry. What? Did I just hear that? For a moment it seemed as if I could understand this rue's words. Hey, you wouldn't happen to have anything I could eat, would you? Well, at least I wasn't just hearing things. I guess this means I've essentially become a demon now. Oh, I'm so very hungry. Hey, would you happen to have anything I could eat, would you? The rue seems hungry. Come to think of it, I did pick up that rotofruit earlier. Is that a roto-tree fruit? I don't suppose you'd give it to me, would you? Yay, thanks, mister. I'm super grateful. Here, you can have this in exchange. Well now, it's a piece of Clearia ore. Yep, thought you might like it. Take care. Toal's claws have been strengthened. Clear is a fascinating metal indeed. I can feel its energy coursing through my claws. Still, I'm surprised to see the sacred beasts have retained their abilities to work with it, even after all that's happened. They're strong creatures, hanging on to the old ways under even the most dire of circumstances. Something wrong? No, it's nothing. Don't mind me. It's a wonderful gift and should prove most helpful. Thank you. You're welcome. Kill everything. Okay. Done with that trap. On to the next piece. That seems to have done it, but I must admit, I'm impressed by the sophistication of this trap. It would seem the Darklings command some rather powerful magic indeed. Who's there? Well, what have we here? Who are you, and how did you change your appearance like that? You saw that, did you? Still, isn't it proper manners to introduce oneself before interrogating someone else? Ah, yes. My name is Unica. Unica Tova. What? So you're Commander Tova's daughter? You know my dad? You could say that. But more to the point, why would a little girl like you get sent down to a dangerous place like this? One really must wonder what goes through the heads of those 6 priests sometimes. I told you my name, so how about you answer my questions? You seem to know a lot about what's going on in here, which just makes me all the more curious as to who you are. And if you know anything about what happened to my dad. I'd suggest you ask Galleon about me. I'm sure he'll tell you all you'd care to know. The commander? As for your father, he's dead. So the demons did get him. No, he was far too strong for a mere demon to have taken him down. As it happens, he lost his life in a duel. A duel? Against another person? Who was it? Who was he fighting? Don't tell me it was you. And if it was? If you keep wandering around this tower, you'll meet the same fate as your old man. So be a good little girl and go back to Solomon's Shrine, will you? How dare you? How dare you hurt my dad? Stop this. You'll never be able to touch me with skills like that. Shut up! Shut up! I may not be able to use magic, but I have to avenge him. I really didn't want it to come to this. Ow. Dad. Lady Rhea. Lady Fina. Yeah, his claws are pretty cool. He's definitely a very interesting character to play as. Because, like, I played as her already, and, like, that axe has got a little bit of reach on it and a decent speed, but he's, like, super fast, but very short range. The commander's daughter is older than I'd expected. I thought her to be a little more than an adolescent. Her life is not in danger. In time, she will awaken, and I'd best move on before she does. Come on. I hate jumping after these things. Just die already. You're dead and you don't even know it. This looks like Dallas's handiwork. I'm guessing it's a door key. So I need 162 to get that. That's not helpful. Bus. This room. It looks like it's been set up to house one of Zava's larger guardian pets. Look. So this is one of the 6 great demons that besiege Ys. Well, I'm afraid it's met its match. I can feel its power electrifying the room. But soon, that power will be mine! Careless at the end here. Just overall getting careless. A worthy foe, but not worthy enough, it would seem. I can feel myself becoming stronger with every battle. It's easy to see why the Darklings favor this way of life. Not too shabby, Clawman. Eponia. I get that you're strong and all, but don't forget Zava's probably watching your every move. And she's pretty fond of those big suckers, you know? Like the one you just killed. She'll just have to deal with it. Dallas has given me lease to kill demons as I please. My only duty is to find the goddesses and the Black Pearl. Nothing else is relevant. And anything that gets in the way of my search will be eliminated. Haha, well, you got spunk, I'll give you that. I do have a question for you, though, Clawman. What is it? Well, you wouldn't happen to have any brothers, would you? Why would you ask me that? Well, that search party Femies has started snooping around the tower, and one of them looks a hell of a lot like you. He's a magic user, bit of a baby face, got these eyeball-like things that float around behind his shoulders. Ring any bells? I haven't the faintest notion, but I can assure you I have no ties to him. Alright, probably just my imagination. He sure is an annoying little shit, though. I've already searched the floors below. You should probably head back up to your area and keep an eye out for the goddesses. Yeah, good point. Hate for them to slip by when I'm not looking. I'll see you later, Clawman. Good luck. She never lets that cheery disposition of hers falter, does she? Guess not all the Darklings are cast from the same mold. I don't like it, though. A sorcerer who resembles me, with floating eye-like familiars? There's only one man that can possibly be. Ooh, flashback. We really didn't get these in the Unica run-through. You know, Toal, you really ought to check in with your family from time to time. I'm sure even Priest Fact must worry about you every now and again. Haha, I don't think he has it in him to worry about me. Besides, I heard my little brother, Hugo, was officially appointed as the successor just a few days ago. If I were to show up now, I'm sure my presence would only cause undue turmoil. You are one stubborn fool, you know that? Haha, no, Commander. I don't think stubbornness has anything to do with it. He's just desperately reaching for excuses to stay at Solomon Shrine. Hey, come on, Galleon. No sense playing it cool, Captain Fact. Your face is an open book. It is. See how he blushes? That's the mark of a man whose true nature has been thoroughly exposed. Okay, now, that's enough. Well, if it isn't Toal, haven't seen you in quite a while. Kadena, quite a rare occasion for you sorcerers to visit us here. Kadena has come to give her report on our investigation into Claria, or... Ah, that's right, as instructed by the 6 priests. Yes, and let me tell you, it was no easy task. I had to trace out every known vein of the stuff. That sounds like quite the task indeed. Why do you keep getting assigned such grueling duties? That's what I'd like to know. You wouldn't happen to have any insight, Shion, would you? You are a member of Solomon Shrine's clergy, after all. What must you think we clergymen do? I merely manage a property when it comes right down to it. I am not privy to the same information as the 6 priests. Drat. Perhaps you could ask my father directly. As a sorceress, I presume you have a closer relationship with him, no? What? No, of course not. It's not at all in my place to question Priest Fact. I shudder at the very notion of it. Haha, I know exactly how you feel. Cain Fact is notoriously stern, even among his peers. Sounds like Father hasn't changed one bit. How's Hugo doing? Well, I haven't had much of a chance to talk to him lately, but he seems to have a natural gift for magic. He's already learned to exercise nearly perfect control over the eyes of Fact. Has he, now? My, that's quite impressive. Impressive indeed. Haha, just look at that smile. You're so obviously worried about your little brother, Toal. Why don't you just stop in for a visit sometime? Will you knock it off already? Holy cow. More flashbacks. Pardon my intrusion, Lady Fina. Toal, it's good to see you. Would you like some tea? I'll pour you a cup. No, that won't be necessary. As I've said before, I am but your humble bodyguard, nothing more. You are goddesses. I would never deign to be served by divine beings like yourselves. If anything, I should serve you. What's wrong? Did I say something untoward? So you've come to see us as divine beings now, have you? When we first met, your attitude toward us was far more cavalier, as I recall. Well, that was... I mean, you were hiding your wings at that point, so I didn't think... You didn't think young women like us could be divine beings, is that it? I recall you asking us where the goddesses were, as if we were maids or something. Do you remember that? Now, Rhea, you shouldn't tease him so. The poor lad. Poor lad? Poor us, you mean? Why, he says we shouldn't be allowed to show hospitality to the scant few friends we have. He would rob us of that joy? And he acts so stilted and formal in our presence to boot. Such unforgivable rudeness. Alright, I get it. You want me to act like I do around everybody else, right? Ha, yes, please. All these stuffy formalities make daily life here most tedious. Everyone always says the same set phrases to us, day in and day out. You should follow Unica's example. She always speaks her mind with us. Unica? Ah, the commander's daughter. I heard you three have become very close. Well, she comes over once each week to play. She's like a little sister to us. I see. But isn't that sending the wrong message? I mean, you may enjoy spending time with her, but she's not your equal. If her father ever caught wind of this, she'd be in serious trouble. Well, then we'll just have to make sure he doesn't find out now, won't we? At any rate, you are our greatest guest, and we're going to treat you like one, whether you like it or not. All right. Ads in 3 minutes. Silver bracelet. And now he moves even faster. the ads, supposedly. He's invisible because of the flash. That's funny. Bolster bad status resist, always a good thing. Back from the ads. Got another emerald. Upgrade. That way is the way to the water piece that I can't go through yet. Bosses. Yep. Hold it right there. You're already in range of all my magic. I'd advise you not to resist. It's good to see you too, Hugo. You've certainly grown. I didn't want to believe it, but it seems the knights were telling the truth. Drop your weapons and put your hands in the air. You know as well as anyone just how powerful the eyes of fact are. Heh, I do indeed. I see you have not one, but two of them under your control. You're as gifted a mage as they say. Spare me your empty compliments. Just drop your weapons. Otherwise I'll be forced to do as Father instructed and kill you where you stand. As Father instructed? What, weren't you sent here to find the goddesses? Of course I was. But before I left, Father gave me another mission to carry out. A secret mission. A mission to seek out the backstabber who betrayed our fair nation of Ys. And end his miserable existence. I see. I'm surprised Father even knew about me. But if that's true, then why have you still not attacked? Weren't you ordered to assassinate me? I'm interrogating you. I'll kill you after I've heard everything I need to know. In other words, you're following Father's orders blindly. You don't really want to go through with it. What? You do then. If so, that's fine. Come and get me. But I don't think you have it in you. You're grasping at straws, waiting for me to say something that justifies attempted murder. In short, you're trying to weasel your way out of taking responsibility for your own actions. You're one to talk. After everything that's happened, after what you've become. You're no brother to me. You're nothing but a damn traitor, and you've dragged the fact name through the mud for the last time. You left home at the first available opportunity and never showed your face again for years, and you think you can lecture me. Hugo. If you're so eager to die, I'll be glad to help you out. What are brothers for, after all? I'll carry out Father's orders right here, right now. I'm going to burn the flesh from your bones, you bastard. That was close. Damn you, you won't get away with this. It's alright if you hate me. However, I want you to think about something. Have you ever considered what being the successor to House Fact really means for you? I have thought about it a great deal, and that's why I chose to abandon my birthright. It may not have been the best decision for our house, but it's what I had to do for myself. But if that's true, then what about betraying Ys and the goddesses and looking like that? Is that something you had to do for yourself too? Yes, it is. Hugo? Hugo. You. Kadena, Musha. It's been a long time, Kadena. I must admit, I wasn't expecting you to be here. I didn't want to believe it when Galleon said you turned against us. How could a revered hero like you, one of the saviors of Ys, sink so low? Savior? Please. I never wanted to be thought of as a hero in the first place. I'm just a weak-willed lowlife who gave in to temptation so I could experience the ultimate power high. Well, at least you're honest about it. So what now? Are you going to fight us? If you'd like. But if you stay out of my way, I won't lay a finger on you. Musha, go and help Hugo to his feet. We're teleporting back to base. Okay. We'll stay out of your way for now, but the next time we meet, you'd best be prepared for battle. So, I'm no brother to him, huh? Fair enough. I've been out of his life for a long time after all. Family troubles, eh? How sweet. Kishgal. Why did you let them go, Claw? Somehow I doubt you share my distaste for fighting sorcerers. Well, I know they used to be your friends, but that's irrelevant. You've already chosen your side. And surely you know the consequences for disobedience. If you've got a problem with my conduct, then go ahead and attack me. My mission is to find and capture the goddesses in the Black Pearl. That's the only thing on my mind. It just seemed like it would be a waste of my time to take up arms against them. But if you want to make some kind of bold accusation against me, then you become exactly the sort of obstacle I was instructed to eliminate in the course of completing my task. You've got some nerve. Alright, I guess I'll accept that pathetic excuse and let this one slide. Just see to it that you find the goddesses and the Black Pearl before us if you're going to talk big like that. Kishgal, the man who got the jump on Commander Tova. When it comes to raw strength, he's easily my equal, maybe even better than I am. Seems like everyone's got their eyes on me. Sure doesn't make this mission any easier. Gonna go save real quick. Water dragon skills. Now I can go in the water. Claria ore, and now my attacks are stronger. Woot. Yes, that seems to work just fine. If I come across any more, I should be able to repeat this process without any difficulty. Now I can stay in the water a lot longer. Makes this so much easier. These guys don't even stand a chance now. upgrade. One second. Gotta love telemarketers. Ow, ow, ow. Got a rotor fruit. Better boots. Fired 11 strike hammer. Surge of power burst forth from the artifact. Toal was granted use of the Thunderclaw skill. Same thunder type skill for that Unica had for breaking the shells on these guys. on oxygen. Arthropod medallion. These guys are annoying until I can get my hands on. There's a set of claws I could get that'll, well, at least when I went to the Unica run through. There's claws I can get that keep me from slipping. That works really good on that blood. My brother told me a nice human gave him a rotor fruit. If only you were that human. The root appears to be hungry. You and I haven't met, it would seem. I guess all you trapped in this tower must be starving. Thank you, you're such a kind fellow. I'd like to have you to have this jewel as a token of my thanks. It's very pretty and sparkly and I really like it. But I like you even more. Yay! Upgrade to the Thunderclaw ability. I'm impressed. You're very gracious creatures, it would seem. Thank you, this will be most helpful. You're very welcome. ads in 3 minutes. Strengthen my leggings. At least the effect of herbs isn't all that helpful right now because I'm heading into a boss fight again. I'm gonna hold off on that. You know what? I'm gonna pause right here for a bit, wait for the ads to go through, take care of a couple things real quick while you guys are going to ads. Actually, I'll just send you the ads real quick. I'll see you on the other side, maybe? Welcome back from the ads. I was just thinking I'm actually a little hungry, and I need to use the bathroom, so I think might actually just run this one off to and come back to it in a little bit. So, looking at my raid options, so I have an idea of who we are going to raid over to. He's a lot more energetic than I am. He's currently playing Blueprints. Let's see if this works out good today. So we're gonna go send a raid over to Nubalot. He's playing Blueprints. Bit of a puzzler game. Build your rooms as it goes along. It's been interesting to watch. So let's just find him. There we go. So, thank you everyone for participating. Thank you for lurking. However, it is that you're contributing to the stream, I greatly appreciate it. I should be on later tonight with my team playing Divinity Original Sin 2. So I look forward to seeing you guys then. And in the meantime, take care and be well. And if you want, grab the raid message that's in the chat. Okay, or not. It still is not letting us raid over to him. Alright. Well then. We will find a new raid target then, quick. Um, let's look at how about oh, Snuggy's playing Hell Clock. That's that new game from the studio that Kovacs. Um, a lot of people playing Diablo 4 still, which is not a bad thing. It's just um, you know, it is Diablo 4 streamer. We are gonna go send the raid over to Immortalize. Um, so again, thank you, or we are not. Why are we not able to raid Immortalize either? That's odd. Hold on, I'm gonna try this from a different angle. No, it's not working from here either. Alright. Sorry about this. I'm trying to figure out what's not working right here. Seriously. I'm sorry about this. I don't know what's wrong with the settings that I've got. So, um, this is just. I'm sorry about this. Really silly. Alright. Let's see. I know I've never rated. So we're gonna see if we can raid over to Vikic. Um, grab a new. Grab a new message for Vikic. All right. Again, everyone be well, and maybe we'll see you on later tonight. Thank you. Yep, that one's letting us go. Cool.